Ethiopia is pursuing a range of economic and social reform programs necessary to achieve sustained poverty reduction. Among these is a public sector capacity building program known as PSCAP, which is initiated as a comprehensive institutional development intervention.
PSCAP is a project that has been launched to strengthen implementation capacity by tackling issues related to skills, organisational structures, working systems and behaviour in the public sector.
The program has been going on for about 7-8 years, and this is really to support the government's program in building its capacity to deliver public services to the citizens.
The previous service delivery system was very cumbersome and slow. For instance, to give an ID to a resident, 5 to 6 people used to be involved, including the manager. Everything was scrutinised in minute detail. Following the BPR, we have a one-stop shop arrangement in our Kibele, where the customer receives this and other related services. Now I enter into the computer the information I receive from the customer then pays the fee and gets the ID in a couple of minutes. In order to get an ID, we had to wait in line for several hours and even wait for days. But now, after you request the ID, they will check your name in the computer and give it to you within 3 minutes.
PSCAP made a substantial contribution in strengthening the public finance in Ethiopia. The legal reforms, including the development and implementation of 11 directives, the changes we introduced in procurement and fixed asset management, as well as introduction of programme budgeting, are worthy of note. We were able to deepen the reforms at sub-national level using extensive training of trainers on new directives and reforms on budget, accounts, procurement, asset management and internal audit, as well as purchase of goods to capacitate the Finance Bureau. We have also established the training centre at the federal level using PSCAP funds.
Abreha Atsebaha is a small district located in northern part of Ethiopia. It was repeatedly exposed to drought, but currently the Kibele administration, together with the community, is doing an appreciable job in soil conservation and afforestation activities. The selected hills are covered by plants using irrigated water.
In the previous droughts, we used to sustain ourselves with food for work programs, but now we are preparing ourselves before it happens. I borrowed money from the Kibele microfinance and started using irrigation to produce crops and dairy cows. I am now able to save money for hard times. The reason we are showing significant improvement is because we have a strong Kibele administration. The administrator himself is a model farmer, particularly in using irrigation. He comes to our area often to visit and share his experience with us, and this has been very helpful.
የኢትዮጵያ የፍትህ ማሻሻያ ፕሮግራም ከሌሎች ሀገሮች ለየት ባለ መንገድ የፍትህ ስርዓት ወደ ላቀ ደረጃ ከፍ ሊል የሚችለው
Ethiopia's approach to transforming the justice sector is unique because it is based on the conviction that only a holistic approach that involves all the relevant justice organs, including the judiciary, the police, prosecutors, the legislature, legal education and prisons, will bring the intended results. We still have a long way to go, but what we initiated under PSCAP in the Justice Administration demonstrated that change is possible, even in areas where the perception is highly negative. We have seen encouraging results in reducing backlogs, improving access, efficiency, transparency, and accountability.
The use of IT-assisted systems such as Word and Net video conferencing facility for court proceedings has increased access to justice and reduced the cost of providing justice services.
I am the 7th child. I inherited my father's wealth when he died, but my elder brothers took me to court. The judges ruled in my favour based on the evidence. Judgment was given within 3 days, and it took another 2 days for the appeal. Justice is served quickly these days. I had a similar land dispute with my neighbour some years back, and it took almost 3 years to get the decision in the first instance and appeals court. We used to travel for 2 hours to get to the Warada court. Now, we have several options. A branch Warada court is established nearer to our neighbourhood. Mobile benches and social courts are also active in resolving our disputes efficiently.
I'm satisfied with the services I'm getting from this office. I've been coming to pay my taxes for the last 7 years. In the old days, things were very difficult. We didn't know how much we were supposed to pay. The staff were not knowledgeable about the taxes, and therefore we were referred to many supervisors to clarify small issues. The files were manual, and there were times when we were told we haven't paid taxes. And as a result, we used to have a lot of back and forth with officials to show them that we've actually paid our taxes. Things are different now. The frontline workers are knowledgeable, and we also know what we're required to pay. We work out what we should pay even before we come to the office. All taxes are computerized, so it won't take you more than 15 minutes to finish the process, if you come on time. The purpose of ICT reform is to maximise the use of information technology to improve citizens' quality of life. It is meant to contribute to poverty reduction, economic development and democratisation.
ቪዲዮ ኮንፈረንስ ከሌሎች ወረዳዎች ጋር ያሉትን በተለይ ሪፎርሞችን ስራ ላይ ከመዋል አንጻር
The video conference facilities have enabled us to share experience with other Waradas, especially in implementing reforms including business process re-engineering and the balanced scorecard. In the past, when we had problems with our computers, printers and other office equipment, we used to transport them to Addis Ababa to be repaired. That used to be costly, but now civil servants in our region are able to fix the problems.
ሶፍትዌር ልማት አንጻር አልቀው ወደ ስራ ከገቡትና ጥቅም በደንብ ውጤት ታይቶባቸዋል ከሚባል
The two initial successful software developments were the trade licensing for the Ministry of Trade and exam registrations and placement for the Ministry of Education. Over 35,000 students were accessing their exam results and placements through the website and mobile phones. This has saved thousands of dollars for both government and citizens. Many more software applications have been developed since then.
Toll-free call centres are now piloted in Addis Ababa, Oromia and southern nations and nationalities. People call 888 or 942 for free and get information about services and can file complaints about government services from wherever they are.
የሰብ ፕሮግራሙ ዋና ዓላማው በከተሞች ያለውን የአገልግሎት አሰጣጥ ሁኔታ ለማሻሻል
PSCAP supported the urban sector in strengthening its legal and policy frameworks. A large number of urban laws and strategy documents have been issued. The skill of staff has also been enriched through short and long-term training. In particular, the Urban Masters Programme at the Civil Service College has made a significant impact in alleviating the serious shortage of qualified staff in the urban sector. We were able to develop 13 policy and strategy documents using in-house experts which show results of the manpower capacity development.
Urban management, የከተማ አስተዳደር የተማርኩት ግን ስፔሻላይዜሽን
I graduated from the Urban Management Masters Programme, specialising in land and real estate development. The programme is all about problem solving. I signed a contract to serve for a minimum of 2 years, and now I'm assigned to this sub-city to work on land.
ሀገራችን አሁንም ደሃ ናት። ሀገራችን ከድህነት ማውጣት ይጠበቅብናል።
Ethiopia is still one of the poorest countries in the world. We have ahead of us a huge responsibility of overcoming poverty. We are very encouraged by the fundamental and relative changes we were able to achieve. This does not mean we are finished with the reforms. Public organisations need to leap from efficient to effective organisations. We need to work more compellingly with our citizens and the private sector in order for them to play their roles in the development of the country.
የፍትህ አስተዳደሩ አሁንም በርካታ መሰራት ያለበት ነገር እንዳለ ይታወቃል።
We are by no means at a stage where we can be complacent. In fact, the changes we have introduced and the growth in the economy have created increasing demand on the justice administration. Users are also becoming assertive in demanding their rights, and we need to continuously perform at a higher standard than in the past.